Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back here with my second video that I mentioned in my last video. So this is still along the lines of no spend July for me. What I have created here, and I'm going to show you, is different ephemera and different altered playing cards. I have lots and lots of dies that I've never used and some that I've used fairly often, but I wanted to go through and just create with things that I've had and haven't used or haven't used in a while. And so this is what I did with this playing card set. Tried different things, all that kind of thing. And I really enjoyed doing these cards, and I am planning to do more, and I will use them as ephemera pieces in my journal or to make card friends or whatever I so choose to do with them, but I will just show them to you. So this one is the first one, and you can see I've used the memory box butterfly die, and then I used a believe die, a kind of an explosion die. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like an animation type die, and I cut it in half and then just went through with marker. This is another game card. It's a pocket die. With this die is separate. It's from a die with different keys, and this is actually a pocket and it opens up. This one is probably my least favorite one, but I do like the stitching. I just used embroidery thread and stitched on the edge. It is also a die, and it imprints a bunny. I should have, you can see the playing card a little bit through it in the nose area. I should have blocked that out, I think, but that's fine. I will still use it. It was still fun to do. This is on a game card as well. I like these. I like locks and keys and different kind of steampunk like things. So there's that one. If you don't, someone else will. I foiled this octopus using, okay, so I'm gonna just explain this real quick to anybody that has a laser printer. What you can do is print black sheets, just fully black, and you can run those through your laminator with foil, and then I just cut out the octopus. So it's a bit of a process, and I know not everybody has a laser printer, nor do they want to use a pile of their toner to do this. What I actually did was I went to Staples, because you don't pay, you pay per page. So if I just print 20 block pages of toner, it's the same as printing, you know, a single picture, but it's cheaper for me in the sense that I'm not using all that toner. And then of course, like I said, I just have foil. This is vintage lame foil, lame, L-A-M-E foil. So I don't know the specifics of it, but it worked really well. And then I just cut the believe out of the card and then inlaid it back with black. So I just wanted to let people know that if you have access to a laser printer, that is a possibility. This is the card that started it all. It's a altered sorry card that I did years ago with Diane Wakely's. Diane Revely, sorry, paint, which is my absolute favorite paint ever. I altered the story card and did nothing with it. So I finally went through and did something with it. I just cut out a motorcycle on glitter paper and then the word live. And here you can see what I'm talking about. I cut it directly out of the card and then inlaid it back in so that it's not dimensional. This one is Believe. This is the same technique as with the octopus. I cut the bike die out of the foiled toner paper. This one actually is just from the Superstore, or a Superstore magazine. It's actually from 2024. I liked the image on it, so I just turned it into ephemera. Read the rules before you break them. This is not foiled. This is actually foiled paper. I didn't do it myself, and then I just inlaid the light bulb pieces. I really like this one. Actually, I really like them all, if I'm being honest, except for the bunny one is not my favorite, but that's okay. Another motorcycle die. This one I'm going to turn into a card for my dad. He is a motorcycle mechanic, and his birthday is next month. So this one has plans ready. Okay, and then I'm going to quickly, well, I don't know about how quickly, I'm going to show you something else that I saw. So another really fun thing about no spend is you can look for different ideas and different, let me put this down while I explain this, different ideas and try new things with items that you already have, but it kind of opens up the world of YouTube in a different way because you're not looking just to watch, you're looking to try things, you're looking to see new ideas. And I don't really know why that is, because I mean, I always look to see new ideas, but because I'm not spending any money, I want to see new ideas with things that I have that I may have never tried. I don't feel like I'm explaining that very well. But anyways, so I came across a channel. I forget the lady's name. I don't know if it's two ladies. I don't know the dynamic. Like, I don't know if they're mother and daughter or just friends or what, but they were showing these waxed paper ephemera bits that they had made that was inspired by something, a vintage piece they came across. So I did the same, and I made a bunch of waxed paper ephemera they used printables. I used vintage magazine pages because I had them, and I've had them forever. It was another thing I came across that I was like, oh, I should use them. So that is what I did. Nothing really special about them other than they're fun and it's different. It's a different texture. So I'll just quickly explain what it is. It's cereal box, so any kind of backing, magazine image. I used Mod Podge and Liquitex matte medium. I found no difference. The ladies in the video used Yes Paste and Mod Podge. I don't have Yes Paste and I'm not spending money, so I used what I had. I don't see why it makes any difference on needing the Yes Paste, but that is what they did and this is what I did. And then so I used Liquitex to lay it down. I've used Mod Podge to lay it down. I've used Mod Podge for both parts. It doesn't matter. Use a liquid adhesive that's going to glue your pages down. So glued the magazine down to the cardboard, laid wax paper over it, and ran it through my embossing machine. And because I used dies that had a bit of a border, I went around after and painted them with a gold paint pen that I got from Michael's. You do need to make sure your paint pen is oil-based to stick to the wax paper. So that's the only thing that you may not have is an oil-based paint pen. But yes, I do have that, so I was able to do that. So that is what these are. If anybody wants me to look, I can look up and tell you the ladies' names that inspired this because I do like to give them credit. Like I said, they use digitals. I use magazine pages. I like how they turned out. I just think they're so fun. I like the sound of them, which sounds really weird, but I do. And some of them turned out clearer than others. I don't really know what the reason is for that, but I'm okay with it. This one I used stuffing box for. And some of them, like this one, what I was thinking is I can add things on top yet and then use it like an ephemera piece. So I was thinking of putting words on top, or I don't know, an image on top, and that piece could just be like the background piece. Once again, this video is getting really long. So yeah, there's a bunch of them. Oh, I'll show you the stars. You can use any shape you want. Oops, okay, sorry. Obviously, and if you don't have a die cutting machine, you don't need one. This I just hand cut and then marked with the marker. But it does give a really nice edge if you have dies that give edges. Okay, and then one more thing I'm going to show just real quick. I print, so obviously you guys figured out that I have a laser printer, so I can print on acetate, at least certain acetate. Some of it melts, I discovered yesterday. But, so I printed, these are Tsunami Roses digitals, I believe, on acetate. Years ago, I went through my stash and I just backed them on paper. But because they're on acetate, you can get prints through them, so now her like jacket and her hat are the print of the paper. So I really like these. This was just something I did quickly. And of course I'll use them in my journal as journaling cards and whatever else. So that is what I have been busy creating. Of course, any questions or comments, leave them below. I hope you get some inspiration and ideas from what I've shared, and thank you for watching.